Okay, so I went all the way to the Barnes Nobles in Northgate here in Washington. I was just at the Barnes Nobles in Bellevue, but I didn't take a video outside because it was raining and it was dark, and I was like, ugh, this looks ugly. So I just took a little video of me looking at the Criterions inside. So I'll flash that after this little segment. But then I drove all the way here and it's sunny now. So yes, that's why I'm like doing my start of this video outside here at this Barnes & Nobles, even though it's the second one I was at. But anyways, I was like, let's go get some Criterions today because I thought it was gonna be sunny all day, but as I said, it wasn't. But at least it's sunny now. So I'm gonna go head into this Barnes & Nobles and check out what they got here. I mean, look at this Barnes & Nobles. It looks so nice. Like if you've seen any of my other Criterion hauls for the Barnes & Noble sales, I've shown like the Barnes & Nobles in Bellevue, but that one doesn't look that good. But this looks nice, but I'm not going to show the rest of the area because the mall here in Northgate always looks abandoned. So no, I'm just going to be like, Barnes & Nobles looks nice, but the mall area does not. And there they are, the Criterions. These, I like the way they're presented here better than the way they're presented in Bellevue, but you know what, that's just how they do it in Bellevue. But I like the way this looks better, and there seems to be a lot more, so hopefully I get some today. I mean, look at this. Would you rather be buying your Criterions in the first area that I showed you or this one? Because this one, it doesn't look as good, and also behind the ones you're seeing are the same ones, so there's not really that much of a selection at this location. Okay, I just came out of the Barnes and Nobles, and it was weird because when I was in there looking for Criterions, like, I started talking with some random people, and I was like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, but okay, sure, I'll talk to some random people about these movies, and it was fun, but at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I'm tired of talking, and this outfit I'm wearing is hot, and it was hot inside, but it's cold outside here, so it was a mess. But anyway, I got a few Criterions, and maybe, you know, there is gonna be some stuff in this video, so yes. Okay, I guess we're in the present now, so let's continue the video. But wow, what a timeline. A whole month has passed since the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble started, and I'm super surprised with the amount of movies I bought. As I said in my last video for my Criterion flash sale that the Criterion website had themselves, I didn't think I was going to really buy that much this sale, but I surprised myself very much. I thought I was going to save money this time, but the joke was on me. The joke was on me because, of course, I couldn't help myself, but it's because I thought to myself, let's explore new movies that I didn't really think to look at, and that was on me. That was on me because now I have a lot more movies, and I have no shelf space, so a lot of problems arose because of this, sale. I'm gonna try to make this video as short and fast as possible, but knowing me, if you've watched any of my videos talking about movies, then you know I talk quite a bit, so that's probably not going to happen. But the lighting is not good because it gets dark here in Washington real fast because it's already cloudy here, so the lighting in this video is probably going to fluctuate a lot, so just be aware of that. Editing me is not going to like watching the light change from like segment to segment because, oh god, I have OCD, so that kind of thing annoys me. But this video is going to be kind of messy, but it's whatever because, I'm in the messy mood right now when it comes to making videos and editing them, so whatever. So I already opened some of the Criterions I bought and put them on my shelf behind me, so let's start with those ones first, and then I'll get to the ones that I haven't actually opened yet. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is Kawaiiden? Is that how you say it? I don't know, but it's from Masaki Kobayashi. I'm pretty sure I said that right. If not, then sorry. But I didn't really know what this is about, but from other videos I've saw of people from over the past year or two, I've seen them get this. So I thought to myself, let me go see what this is about. And after watching the trailer, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to own it at the very least. So I have it. I have not watched it yet, but I'm excited to see how it goes. Because from the trailer, it looked amazing. So the bar is pretty high just from that trailer, so hopefully this does not disappoint. Next, I have The Hidden Fortress from Akira Kurosawa. This movie was one that I got a while ago, but I returned because looking through the cellophane, I was like, oh, this does not look like the artwork sleeve is in good condition, so I returned that, and then I rebought it this sale in a better condition. And yeah, I looked at the plot synopsis of this movie, and I thought, this can be very interesting, and also, I really just wanted another Kurosawa movie in my collection, so I just bought this one because it's one of the earlier Criterions and people say it's good. So I was like, yes, let's get this one. The next movie I got was Lahain. Is that how you say it? I took French for 3 years. Sorry, I'm screwing this up, but But anyway, it's from Matthew Kozovitz. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but forgive my mispronunciation if I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, once again, like The Hidden Fortress, I saw the trailer for this, and someone on my letterbox who I follow recently watched the movie, so I was like, what is this about? And after watching the trailer, I was like, wow, that looks explosive. That looks like something I would like and something I should have in my collection, so now I got it. And I just love it when I get things in really good condition because sometimes, like, not sometimes, a lot of the times, these Criterions, like the artwork sleeves, have like punctures in the back or front, and like the artwork sleeve itself has like crinkled areas or wrinkled areas, whatever you want to say. But I'm a very particular person. I have OCD, so when I see things like that, it drives me insane, and I just cannot keep something. But this came in perfect condition, and oh my god! I mean, I bought this off the Barnes Noble's website, so when you do that, it's always a gamble. But I got it in good condition, so I'm very happy about that. The next movie I got was Downhill Racer from Michael Ritchie, starring Robert Redford. I wanted to say De Niro, but I stopped myself. I was like, wait, it's Redford, not De Niro. But yeah, this movie, it's pretty solid. I liked it the first time I saw it, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But I thought to myself, this is the only movie in the Criterion Collection with Robert Redford, not Robin Redford. Too many R's in the name. But anyway, this is the only movie of his that's in the Criterion Collection, so I thought to myself, why not get it? Like, we can watch young, hot Robert Redford. We're gonna stop saying his name. Y'all gonna know who I'm referring to already, because I am not about to screw this up again. But anyway, it's the only movie with him when he's young in the collection. I really hope they do an All the President's Men Criterion one day. That way, you know, they can wrap up the, you know, Paranoia trilogy of Alan J. Pakula with, you know, Clute and Parallax View already being in the collection. But yeah, I really just want more, you know, Robert Redford movies in the collection. I did it. The movie is mainly about skiing and, you know, the privilege that some people, particularly white straight men, have and what they think is entitled to them. So it was a very interesting watch, which is why I want to rewatch it, because I feel like I can get even more from watching it now, because I think the last time I watched it was like 2 years ago, and you know, a lot can change in 2 years, so I am gonna rewatch it eventually, maybe in like a month or two. We'll see. I'm always just like, am I in the mood for this? And if I am, then I'm like, okay, let's watch it. If not, I'm like, we'll wait. Okay, and the last movie I opened already and put on my shelf is Throwdown from Johnny Toe. And in my last video addressing Criterions in the flash sale video I did, I said this was the one I couldn't get from their website, and I was gonna get during this sale, and I did. This was one of the first ones I picked up, and I haven't watched it yet, but it looks good. I read the pamphlet that is in the, you know, case, and it sounds like it's a really good movie. So it's inspired by Akira Sawa, so you know, it's probably gonna be good. And I hear it's one of the director's best movies, so I can't wait to watch it. It's only like an hour and a half or like an hour and 40, so I don't know why I haven't watched it yet, but it's just because I'm busy and I have to be in the mood for certain movies, and I just don't know when I'm gonna be in the mood to watch this. But I'll let you guys know in my Criterion review. My Letterbox review. If you guys follow me on Letterbox, you can always see what I'm watching. So eventually, when I watch this, the review will be up on Letterbox, because I always log what I watch. Okay, so those were all the movies that I already took off the cellophane, the shrink wrap, and put on my shelf. So let's get to all the ones that are just lying on my floor, because I have no more space. I need to buy a new cabinet for movies. God, I hate buying cabinets because they're expensive, and also I have to build it. I'm just like, okay, Carpenter Charles, let's go build a cabinet. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do, because not only do I have no more room for my Criterions that I bought, but also my regular Blu-rays I have, so I'm not looking forward to doing this. But anyway, let's move on to the rest of the Criterions I bought instead of me just rambling. Okay, so first off, I have Peter Weir's Picnic at Hanging Rock. This movie, I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5 when I watched it for the first time. I think the first half of the movie is stronger than the second half, but I could be wrong. It has been years, at least 2 or 3 years since I've seen it, so once again, a rewatch is in need of. But I think this artwork is beautiful, and yeah, I was just like, why not get this? It's one of the first Criterions in the collection, so why not? Why not? The movie looks good at the very least, so I should just get it. Is what I thought to myself when I bought it. The next movie I have is Modern Times from Charlie Chaplin, and this honestly is my favorite Charlie Chaplin movies. I'm not the biggest fan of Charlie Chaplin, but you know, I thought to myself, I should at least have one movie from him in my collection, and I was gonna go with The Dictator, but I said to myself, no, I haven't watched that yet, so it's not a safe bet. But what's a safe bet is Modern Times, which I absolutely love, so here it is. Here it is in my collection now, so can't wait to rewatch it and see if it still holds up to my memory of it. The next movie I have is I Want to Hold Your Hand from Robert Zemeckis. This movie, I remember when it came out in the collection, and I just thought to myself, I'll watch it eventually, but that never happened. And, because I really didn't have any expectations going into the sale, when I saw this, I was like, let me just get it. It looks like fun from the trailer, and it's like, I'm pretty sure Robert Zemeckis' debut film, so I was like, okay, let's just get it. Let's get the man's first film. I mean, Robert Zemeckis gets a lot of points for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is coming out on 4K this month, because I think I'm going to release this video in December, very near when the 4K of that movie is coming out. But he also gave us Forrest Gump, which has highs and lows. So, but then again, he gave us Death Becomes Her. Robert Zemeckis, he has hits and he has lows. So, very grateful. And I thought to myself, let's just get this film and see where he started out. The Beatles. I'm not the biggest fan of the Beatles. I only know a few of their songs, and I'm just like, y'all are really overrated, and this movie is all about them trying to, get close to the Beatles. So, at the very least, it'll show how crazy fans were back then. Maybe just as crazy as they are now. I mean, debatable, because, social media lets us see celebrities a little bit more closer. But back then, man, people probably were fervid for celebrities. It must have been crazy. Next up, I have Stanley Kubrick's Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying. And what? It's Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop. I was right. I was thinking to myself, am I saying this wrong? But no, it is Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I was getting on it, but my mom was like, this sounds wrong, but I was right. But yeah, I got this movie. It's been a long time coming for me to get this movie. I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, but I thought to myself, I might as well just get it in my collection because it is film Twitter's thing, and it is, essential cinema viewing, I guess. So I thought to myself, okay, let's get it. I prefer Barry Lyndon out of all of Stanley Kubrick's movies in the Criterion Collection, but that might be a hot take. Because some people like Paths of Glory. I mean, I haven't watched Paths of Glory, but I own Paths of Glory. So once again, maybe I'm missing out, but Barry Lyndon is my favorite of Kubrick's film in the collection. So yeah, but this one, it's pretty good, but maybe now I'll appreciate it more. We'll see. Okay, the next movie I got was A Man Escaped from Robert Bresson, and I didn't really know anything about the movie when I picked it up. All I knew was it looked like it was in good condition. The artwork looks good. And when I looked at the people who I follow on Letterboxd who watched the movie, the majority of them said it was great. And it's about a man who's in a prisoner of war camp trying to escape before they execute him. And I thought to myself, you know what? The French people know what they're doing. So I'm just going to get this, and fingers crossed that it is really good. If you've seen the movie already, tell me down below in the comments if you thought it was good, because I just want to know if it's going to be good, because I don't know when I'm going to watch it, but if people say it's good, maybe it'll make me feel more inclined to watch it sooner. The next movie I got was Grey Gardens, and I got this movie primarily because people say it's one of the best documentaries there are out there. Oh my god, my words were flubbing a bit there, but best documentary that there is out there. And I really do think that the subjects of this, Big E, is it Big Edie and Little Edie? I watched the movie on HBO with, Drew Barrymore and Jessica Lange. I know who they are, but I can't wait to watch and actually see the documentary and, see why people are so fascinated with them, and Dash were fascinated with them, because this is, cinema. It is something that gay people talk about all the time because of how iconic both Little and Big Edie are in it. So I thought to myself, let's just invest and see what this is all about, because I'm not the biggest on documentaries, but I do have Ingrid Bergman's Life in Her Own Words from the Criterion Collection in my movie collection. And I would also, if they ever came out with Jane Fonda's Jane Fonda in 5 acts on a Blu-ray, I would buy that too, because I think that's a great documentary. Documentaries are a hard sell for me, but I got this now, so hopefully it's good. And oh yeah, my last video, I got Company. It's the documentary of making that album, the original soundtrack for that album. So I still need to watch that, but now that Steven Sondheim, I told you my words are flubbing today. But now that Stephen Sondheim has passed away, I think I'm gonna watch that soon. So once again, follow me on Letterboxd because y'all will know my thoughts on it once I've watched it and logged it. The next movie I got was Devi. This is honestly the most blind buy I bought this sale. I really didn't know anything going into picking it up. I was just looking through all the movies and thought to myself, this looks cool, the artwork, and reading the back, I was like, it sounds like a cool melodramatic story, so I'm sold. I really know nothing about it. If you've seen it, tell me down below in the comment. Tell me down below in the comments. Once again, my mouth is failing me today, but tell me down below in the comments if you've seen the movie and if you think it's good, because I just don't know if I want to open it right now. Because I mean, I think the time period's already passed since I bought it, but risks when you do blind buys. It could be good or it can be bad, and if it's not good, you're gonna have to sell it and it's gonna be less money than you bought it. So we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Okay, the next one I got is The Naked Island, and this is one of the movies that I was like, I really don't know much about it, but I believe this is from the same director who did Onibaba and Hironeku, so I thought to myself, let's get this one, because apparently it's not horror, it's like something completely different, and it's about like farming or something like that. And I thought to myself, we love range, we love diversity, so let's just get it, because, you know, the reviews for the movie are high and the people I follow on Letterboxd say it's good. So I thought to myself, let's just invest and get this. And I did. Okay, the next movie we got was Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate. This movie is so long, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to sit through it. Apparently, Greta Gerwig showed it to the cast of Lady Bird, and she was like, something, this movie is one that's good but puts you to sleep or something like that. And it has a really good cast. Isabelle Huppert, Jeff Bridges, what is his name? The main, like, actor in this movie. He'll come to me. My God. Chris Christopherson. Gotcha, bitch. But yeah, he's the lead of this movie. Is Christopher Walken in this movie too? Or is that just the Deer Hunter? I feel like Christopher Walken's in this movie. If not, then whoops. But I know that, you know, Chris, Jeff, and Isabel are in the movie, but I feel like Chris is in this too. But I'm trying to do this from memory. But anyway, I don't know why I'm going to watch this, but apparently it's good, and that, you know, it was butchered when it first came out because they had to like cut it up, but this is like how the movie should be. So we'll see if this director's cut essentially is really good or not. The next movie I got was Michelangelo Antonioni's Red Desert. This is one of the last ones of his in the Criterion Collection I don't own. I think all that's left is Le Amici, and I sold that one because the one I had before was kind of not in good condition, so I sold that. So I'll have to get that another time. But this one is, I think, one of the only movies of, and I can't say the last name right now, my brain and mouth are scrambled, but it's one of his only movies in color, and that means you have to see Monica Vitti in color. So I thought to myself, yes. And also, like, reading the description, it sounded very good. So I thought to myself, I already own like the 3 big movies from Antoni. Oh my gosh, my mouth and brain, they're not working today. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. But I thought to myself, since I have those 3 movies, you know, La Ventura and La Notte and L'Eclipse, oh my God, my French is off. My French is off right now. But since I have all 3 of those movies, I thought to myself, let's just get Red Desert. And good thing I found this in good condition, because usually every time I see it, it's not in good condition, but I got it in good condition, so yay me. Okay, the next movie I got was one that I really have been putting off for a while, but I finally talked myself into getting it. It is Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. I mean, this is Criterion Spine number 2, and it has been one that I've been like, should I get it for the longest time? But finally I broke down and said, let's just get it. And the packaging is in pretty good condition, so it's a win-win from me. But I like this movie. I think it's a great movie. I'm pretty sure I gave it 4.5 out of 5, but I just don't think it's one that I want to return to often. But it has been at least 3 years since I've watched it last, so maybe I should return and watch it again. But you can really see the influence that this movie had on a lot of movies throughout cinema history after it came out, so you gotta give this movie its props, and it makes sense that this is, you know, Spy number 2 in the Criterion Collection. Okay, so now let's move on to the 4Ks I bought, because, you know, if you follow the Criterion Collection, they just released their first 4Ks this month. So let's start with the first one of them I got, and that would be Menace to Society from the Hughes brothers. And This was a movie I watched on HBO Max first in order to prepare myself to see if I want to buy this or not. I think the movie's great, but I was really on the fence after watching it if I was gonna rewatch this ever, so should I buy it or not? But at the end of the day, I was like, let's just buy it. That way we can have it and watch it if we want to rewatch it. And I really do love Jada Pinkett Smith in this movie. I guess, I guess mouth is not working today. I guess that it's just Jada Pinkett when this movie came out, but she's really good in this movie, and I think the whole cast in this movie is great. But that ending, even though it's realistic, it really bums me out. It really bums me out, and I'm just like, why gotta be like that? Why is it gotta be like that? Okay, the next 4K I got was David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. I already own this on Blu-ray, but I thought to myself, now's the chance to get it in even better packaging. And you know, when I do have a 4K player, eventually, I'm trying to get a PS5, that way I can play my 4K discs, but that thing is sold out and hard to get. But, you know, eventually when I am able to play my 4K discs, Mulholland Drive would be one of the first ones I see because this movie is a masterpiece. Should have won Naomi, I don't know what I was trying to say. It should have won Naomi Watts her Oscar. Sorry, Halle Berry, but if Naomi was competing that year, she would have wiped the floor with you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not because of uh, uh debatable. But anyways, she should have gotten at least a nomination. This should have gotten so many nominations other than just Best Director. Seriously, if you're gonna give this movie Best Director, you know it's great. So why not just give it the rest of the nominations it so truly deserves? But anyway, masterpiece of a movie this is. And yeah, now I'm gonna have to sell my Blu-ray of Mulholland Drive. And since everyone is trying to get rid of theirs, I probably won't be able to get a high price, so, yeah. Okay, and the last movie I got, well, last 4K I got, would have to be, you know, the Safdie Brothers' Uncut Gems. I already have the Blu-ray for this, but when they announced that they were gonna do a 4K of this, I said, I'm just gonna upgrade because why not? Do I love Uncut Gems? I give it a 4 out of 5 when I first watched it. I think I was just underwhelmed because people were like, it's so stressful, so tense. I was at the edge of my seat, and when I was in theaters, I was just sitting there being like, this is it? This is the stress? This is the tension? I mean, things were going on, yes, and they were dangerous and stuff like that, but I didn't feel the stress. I didn't feel the tension. I didn't feel any of that. So a rewatch is in need because the last time I saw it was in theaters when it came out in like what, 2000, was it 18 or 19? It's been a while since this movie's been out. 19. 19 is when this movie came out. So it has been almost 2 years at this point since I've seen it. So once again, a rewatch is in need. But I think Adam Sandler is brilliant in this movie, and it sucks that he didn't get a nomination. But you know, the politics at hand, like he's made too many bad movies at this point that they were like, we don't know if we can like give him a nomination because it just looks bad. And I'm like, you know, it's bad on both people's parts because Adam Sandler was like threatening them, being like, if y'all don't vote for me and give me that nomination, I will make even worse movies. And he's on a mission to do that right now. So who knows when the next time we're gonna get a really good performance from Adam Sandler, because he does like a dozen or so like bad movies, and then he'll make one amazing movie and giving it an amazing performance with a really good director, and then he'll be like, okay, back to making money with these awful movies with my best friends. And it's like, Adam, what do you want? Because I feel like if Adam actually tried, he could have already had a few Oscar nominations under his belt. This, you know, Punch Drunk Love. There are a few others too, but I'm just like, Adam. He chose the money route, and that's his prize. That's his prize. You can't ask for the prestige and money at the same time when you be putting bad movies out like Blended. I mean, come on, Adam. Come on. I just remembered how bad Jack and Jill was, so... Ugh, Adam, I cannot believe you thought that the strength of just the performance was going to get you the Oscar, because, you know, Oscars are about campaigns, and, unless you were going to promise that you were going to stop making movies like that and just focus on being more artistic and, you know, trying to do it for the art of acting, then I feel like they would have been like, okay, let's give you the Oscar nomination then. But since you were threatening them with like, I'll make even worse movies and make a lot more money, I think they were just like, well, you can have that money, Adam, as your reward. And it's like, it's not right, it's not fair, but that's what happened. And I'm just like, Adam, just stop making bad movies. It is so clear that you can make better movies with better directors, and that directors do want to work with you, because looking at like the good movies he's made and giving like really good performances, I'm like, Adam has it. So I just don't understand why he doesn't want to actually do the work other than that he just wants the money and to be chillin'. Okay, and I actually did get a box set this sale, and the box set I got was the Once Upon a Time in China box set. I watched the first movie on this whole collection. I borrowed it from the library, my local library. My local library is the best. But anyway, I borrowed it from my library and I was underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed with the first movie, and I almost didn't buy this box set because of that first movie. But, you know, people said that the second movie is better, so I thought to myself, there's like 5 or 6 movies in this box set. Let's just see how the other movies go. The movies tackle like subjects on colonialism in China and stuff like that, but I just didn't think the first movie was that good story-wise, and I didn't think there was enough good action sequences in the movie to justify the story not being that good, so it was given a lot of Police Story 2 vibes from Jackie Chan, and I do not like Police Story 2 that much. I think that the writing really fails that movie. It brings that movie down. Unlike Police Story 1, which is basically a perfect movie, in my opinion. Okay, and with that, we finally reached the end of all the Criterions I bought during this sale. And as I said at the start, I was very unexpected with all the Criterions I bought. Majority of these titles I didn't really know much about before buying it, but you know what? Now I have them, and this was more of a blind buy sale. Like, I would say more than half of these movies were blind buys, so hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the ass later on, and hopefully I like those movies, because if I don't, that's not gonna be good. Anyways, the sale has officially ended by the time I'm probably gonna post this video, and I can't wait for, you know, the next flash sale on the Criterion website to happen, because I want the piano 4K so badly. I saw my Blu-ray, like my Miramax regular Blu-ray of that, when I heard they were doing a 4K of the piano on the Criterion collection. I was like, yes, the piano, a masterpiece movie. But also, for February, they recently announced that they are releasing Written on the Wind. If you go back to one of my first videos on this channel, where I talk about, like, I think 10 movies I would like to be in the Criterion collection, I talked about Written on the Wind because Written on the Wind is already in the collection. It's like the spine number right next to All That Heaven Allows, but it only had a DVD at that time, and I was like, give me a Blu-ray, and finally they've answered it. They've given us a Blu-ray that's going to come out next February. The artwork for the movie, it looks great. It keeps in line with both the All That Heaven Allows artwork and also the Magnificent Obsession artwork, but I think the artwork is just a little bit lacking because the colors of it, there's too much blue. And I'm like, babe, look at the original poster artwork for the movie. You need not only blue, but you need like some purple, some reddish, pinkish, orange. You just need a lot of colors because the movie is super vibrant in color. And also, I know that you're supposed to have, like, you know, Rock Hudson and Lauren Bacall as the big heads on the, like, artwork because they're essentially the two leads. But you have Robert Stack with a big floating head too. But then you have Dorothy Malone, the Oscar winner from the movie. Like, you see her whole body, but she's small and she's shrunk and she's not in color. And I'm like, what's the point of that when she's the most vibrant character in the movie, the most fully fleshed out character in the movie, the person who won the Oscar for this movie? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. But I will give it leeway because I love the movie so much. But I have gripes with that artwork because, babe, you were very close to making this like a very, very amazing artwork, but you just fell short. So why don't you just fix it before it's released? But anyway, that's just my gripe. But yeah, as I said, I can't wait for the next Criterion Flash sale happening because those two movies are on my list to get. Anyways, tell me down below in the comments what you guys thought of all the movies I got during this sale. A lot of random ones, but if you've seen them, tell me if they're actually good or not, because I just need some reinforcement, because as I said, I'm out of space, so I'm not going to open these until I get more space to put them on, but just tell me if they're good or not, because I need to know. And also tell me how your guys' you know, Criterion hunting this past month went, because I'm always amazed with some of the selections I see in people's videos, and when I go to my Barnes Nobles, as I showed you, the two that I went to, that's kind of the variety isn't the best, especially in my Bellevue location. It's not the best, but I do the best I can with going on site to their Barnes Nobles and going online and like doing the whole roulette spin of hopefully it's in good condition. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what other people got, because it seems like most people got the same things, but some people got a little bit different items. So I would like to know what y'all got. Anyways, you guys, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this whole video. And yeah, I'll see you guys around in the next one if you're around for that. So until then, I'm gonna go now. So yes. Bye!